I haven't done a contemplating or a mental health video in a while, and this is one that I've been wanting to do, and that's been really affecting my life a lot. And recently I had my donkey. It's actually Leah's donkey. It's a donkey. Because my Nona used to not be able to say donkey. Her first language was Italian, so she called them donkeys. So Leah has a donkey. But anyway, I have been putting off the video because a lot of things have happened, which I think is also part of why the universe had me put off the video, right? I had to go through all of these things to really be able to express what I want to express. And at first, I wasn't doing it because, sometimes I like to put on real clothes or take a shower or whatever, to do a video. But then I realized that that's not real or important. And honestly, 90% of the time I don't. It's me, but actually 100% of the time. But I've been particularly dirty and depressed, and my shirt's on inside out. If you could see my sweatpants, they're just like, it's covered in mud from the puppy, and I've been wearing the same ones for 3 days now. But anyway, I'll start to get to the point. And the point of this contemplation or mental health video is that we all live in so many worlds. I'm told a lot to live and come back, come here, be here now, where are you? My whole life people have asked, where are you? Where'd you just go? In your mind. And I think on both ends, people that struggle with a lot of mental health issues need to understand how them living in many worlds affects the people around them, and the people around them need to realize that those worlds that we're living in aren't about them. They're not personal. They're not by choice. And they're not they don't take away from how someone feels about you or wants to communicate with you or be with you or share with you. But it's important to realize, like, for example, when someone is in like OCD land, that they are stuck in this world. And it's not that they don't want to be there for you. It's that they can't see it. They're blind to everything else around them because they are in a completely different world. And then it's up to them to realize that and to want to work on it. But when there's somebody like that, whatever's happening outside of their world isn't personal. Like when someone's in depression world, the same thing. When someone is in a PTSD world, it's the same thing. And that's one of the worlds I get stuck in the most, is I freeze. I lock up. I literally get paralyzed. And on the outside, people not in that world where time and space and everything is frozen for me, they're trying to get me to respond to them. And then they get mad at me for not responding or for not giving them attention or paying attention, when the reality is so much bigger than that. It's that I can't in that moment. I want to, and I'm trying really hard, but I can't. And then that's when the other person, maybe they also have something. We're all fucked up in our own way. So maybe that other person has trauma or something about not being heard or being ignored. And so then they start to take it out on the other person who's in their own land, which could be, like I said, depression land or OCD land or PTSD land or manic land even, where you're just off the rails, go, do, hyper focused. There's so many different worlds we're all living in at the same time. And the most important thing is to be aware and sensitive to the worlds that everyone's living in, and to not take it personally when it's a real illness. Like a lot of times, for example, like mental health illnesses are just as debilitating and can be more so depending on the illness, but physical illness, right? A lot of times, because of my neurological disorder, I physically can't do something. And that also can provoke a frustration in people because I can't take that step. I can't physically move my leg. I can't lift something. So we need to have compassion for that. And then those of us in that world, when we come back, maybe we need to express, hey, I was just in PTSD world and it had nothing to do with you. It's my thing. And then you can decide whether or not it's a thing that you need to work on, or choose to work on, or even want to. But it's good to acknowledge that there are all these worlds that we all live in. And it's good to know on the other end that it's not personal. You're not a victim. We're not ignoring you or not giving you attention or affection or a response or sometimes in depression world you're not answering the phone or calling people back or answering messages or whatever it is, but it's not personal. It's not personal. That doesn't take away anyone's love for anybody, anyone's want to be there or to care. It just needs to be understood that sometimes people with these issues need to be granted the space to have them and know that it's okay.